had an interesting dream that I'd like to do a video about. I think I'm going to start doing a couple of videos about my different dreams. So I was laying in the bed, sleeping. I was in my bedroom chilling. And appears this gigantic snake with wings. Okay. Now, this gigantic snake with wings was talking to me. And in my dream, this snake with wings was either Satan or a demon, which I kind of had the feeling that it was supposed to be Satan. But he was saying a lot of stuff about God, bad mouthing God, blaming God for a lot of things, saying God was violent and bad, and all these different types of stuff. Of course, he's not a big fan of God. You know that, right? So, in the dream, I didn't agree with everything he was saying. I agreed with a few minor points, but he wanted me to join him, and I told him no. I told him I was not going to join him or be on his side, even though he made some points that I thought at the time were somewhat valid. You know what I'm saying? But of course, I did not join with him. Like I said, I believe he was supposed to represent Satan or something. I don't know. But then I got taken somewhere else, and I was like outside of a big castle, and I was on the castle paraports, and there were some people there. They weren't like angels, but they were angel-like beings. But I knew they were not angels. They were like human beings who were Christians who had become like angel-like beings with wings and stuff like that. And there was one black lady I was talking to. She was like black, African American, and Asian. She was mixed. So you could tell she had she was a mixed lady. She had a round face like an Asian woman, and she was black. And she had this armor on. And it was like yellow and gold. Very beautiful armor. There was a few other people there with her. They also had the same armor, but they were like Indian people. And they had these long spears. These big long spears with like the blades was white. So basically she wasn't really happy with me agreeing with what this serpent was saying. Like she was telling me basically, don't listen to what he's saying. He's saying a lot of crap. And essentially, she was the mate that she was going to be like my future wife or my mate that was picked for me. And she was telling me, hey, I don't know if I want a guy who's agreeing with that serpent, that devil. He's going to lose. Don't join with him anyways. So she took me into the sky. And we were flying around, and I think we started having something, appeared to be having sex, okay. And it was like regular human type sex, but just in the sky. And then my body turned into like energy, okay. Her body became energy, and these energies sort of merged together, okay. But what ended up happening is my energy sort of like disappeared, okay. And she came back. And one of the Indian men was there in his, yellow and bluish armor, and he was talking to her, and he was telling her that, hey, look, I told you he wasn't ready for that. He wasn't ready for that. And she said, well, I had no choice. I had to take him now. So after a couple of seconds later, a man in white appears. And this man looks like one of those old-time men in the Bible, like Abraham, Noah, something like that. One of these old wise men. But he was like shining white. He was just like pure white. Just covered in white, like white light coming off him. And his whole body was white. Everything, his clothes, his skin, everything was just covered. He was just colored white. And he asked her where I was at. And he said, the God wants to know where he's at. What did you do with him? He wants to know his location. And she said, oh, we merged together or whatever. And he told her, look, I understand why you did what you did. No one's blaming you. However, he wasn't ready for that yet. He's not prepared for that yet. It's going to take a little more time before he can do that. And he told her, look, you need to expel him. God wants him back in his own body, in his own spirit body, in his own form. And she was essentially saying that, hey, you know what? He's happy like this. He wants to stay merged together. Can't we stay like this? And he said, no. God wants him back in his own body. So she couldn't expel me, though. She tried. She could not expel me. So the wise man had to do it himself. He expelled me from her body. And basically, when I reformed into my own body, it was like I was sitting there, and my eyes were like glazed over with energy or something. Like, I was like basically out of it. But he said I'd be okay, that I would recover eventually. And eventually I did recover in the dream. And, the woman with wings came to me and gave me like a flower. It's like this beautiful pink flower, but it's almost like the flower was alive and had some type of heartbeat. Then I woke up though. It was a pretty interesting dream, man. I'm going to make a couple of more videos about different dreams that I have, and I hope people enjoy hearing it.